Hello everyone and welcome to the chapter number 69 of Blender Master Course Quick Effects in Blender. In this chapter, we'll be understanding about the 4 types of quick effects that are used in Blender in order to create basic simulation scenes or effects and get instant results. And for those of you who are new to this course, you can watch the previous 69 chapters from the link of the playlist given in the pinned comment. Now to begin with, the first question is that what exactly is meant by quick effects and what is its use? So the quick effects allow you to set up a basic simulation scene or effect including the selected objects, and it allows you to add essential objects like domains or the particle systems with the predefined settings so that you can easily get instant results. And to access the quick effects, you need to open this object menu, and in this list here you have the quick effects, and these are the 4 basic quick effects that are mainly used in Blender. The first one is the quick fur, the second is quick explode, the third is the quick smoke, and the last is the quick liquid. So let's begin with understanding the usage of each of these 4 quick effects. And for this, first I'll be deleting this cube, so press X to delete, and now we'll be adding a Suzanne or the monkey model. So press Shift plus A, go to mesh and select the monkey object, and with this monkey selected, we'll be applying the first quick effect to it, which is the quick fur. And to add this effect, go to the object menu, then in the quick effects, select the quick fur, and on applying this effect, you can see that we have some fur added on the Suzanne or the monkey object. However, if I select the Suzanne object from the scene collection and go to the particle settings, then you can see here that we don't have any hair particle added, but still we are able to see these hair particles or the fur applied on the Suzanne object. And this is because by using the quick fur effect, we made Blender to add a geometry node setup built with the hair node groups. To check this thing, you can go to the geometry nodes workspace, and with the fur selected, you can see here that we have this entire node system created automatically by Blender, and due to this node system, Blender managed to produce this fur effect on the Suzanne object. Also, in the scene collection, if I click on this drop down, then you can see here that we have this object named as curves, and this is representing these hair particles or the fur particles. So if I selected the curves in the scene collection, it means that we have selected the fur, but if I select the Suzanne, then in this case, we have selected the original Suzanne object. For now, let's return back to the layout workspace, then I'll select this fur either from the 3D viewport or from the scene collection by clicking here and selecting the curves. Now press X to delete it, and the next type of quick effect that we'll be exploring is the quick explode. So for this, I'll be selecting the Suzanne object, then go to the object menu, and in the quick effects, select the quick explode. Now what this basically does is that it creates an explosion effect which you can view by playing the animation. So if I press the space bar, then the Suzanne object will explode. So whenever you have to create a simple explosion effect for your object, then for this, you can simply use the quick explode in the quick effects. Also, if I go to the modify properties, then here you can see that because of adding the quick explode, it has created a particle system which you can also see in the particle properties. And also, this explode modifier is added, due to which the explosion effect was being created. Also, if you want, you can apply this modifier directly in the modifier properties by clicking on add modifier, and in the physics, here you have the explode modifier, but with the help of quick effects, it will directly make the setup of the modifiers in your Blender file. Also, if you want that the number of these pieces in the explosion should increase or decrease, then for this, you can go to the particle settings and increase the number from here. By default, this value is set to 100. However, if I increase the number to something like 2000, and let's play the animation one more time, and now you will notice that the Suzanne object is being broken into a much larger number of pieces. Similarly, if I change the number value to a value of 2, and let's play the animation one more time, and now you can see that the explosion effect is still being applied, but this time the monkey object is broken into 2 separate pieces. So with the number value in the particle settings, you can control the number of pieces which will be there when the explosion occurs. Now moving ahead, I don't think it's right to break or explode this innocent Suzanne like the way we just did. So right now, we'll be removing this effect, and for this, let's go to the modify properties, and with my cursor over the explode modifier, press X to delete. Let's do the same with the particle system also, and press X to delete. Now we have our innocent Suzanne object back in the scene, and now the next type of quick effect that we have is the quick smoke. And to access this, go to the object menu, and in the quick effects, select the quick smoke. Now what this quick smoke does is that it automatically creates a smoke simulation by adding a domain object around it. Also, to understand about the simulation in smoke and fire in complete detail, you can watch this particular chapter where we understood about how the fire and the smoke simulations work in Blender. Now returning back to the scene, we have this domain object around the Suzanne model, and if I go to the physics properties, then here you can see that we have the fluid simulation selected with the domain selected here, and in the domain type, we have the gas selected. Also, if I select the Suzanne or the monkey object, then here in the physics properties, we have the fluid simulation selected, and in the type, the flow type is selected, meaning that the smoke will be emitted from the Suzanne object and it will flow according to the volume of the domain object. So to view the smoke, simply take the pointer back to the frame number 1 and press the space bar, and now we can see the smoke emerging out of the monkey object. Also, if you want to add some fire, then for this, with the monkey object selected, go to the physics properties and in the flow type, select fire plus smoke. Now let's take the pointer back to the frame number 1 and press the space bar. And with this, we now have both the fire as well as the smoke coming out of the monkey object. So whenever you have to get some fire or some smoke emerging from an object, then you simply need to select that object, then go to the object menu, and in the quick effects, you simply need to apply the quick smoke. And now moving ahead, the fourth and the last type of quick effect that we have on our list is the quick liquid. So to understand this, I'll be deleting the monkey object, so press X to delete. Let's also select the domain and delete it as well. Let's also take the pointer back to the frame number 1, and now let's add a simple cube in the scene. So press Shift plus A, go to mesh and select a cube. Now with this cube selected, go to the object menu, then in the quick effects, select the quick liquid. Now what the quick liquid does is that it simply creates a liquid simulation in the scene where the selected object, which is the cube, will get the fluid simulation applied with the flow type selected, meaning that the liquid will emerge or flow from that object, and it will also add a liquid domain which you can select from the scene collection. And with this selected, if I go to the physics properties, then here you have the fluid simulation selected and the type set as domain. Also in the domain type, we are having the liquid selected, which will allow us to create a liquid simulation. So if I go to the 3D viewport and press the space bar to play the animation, then you can see here that we have this simple liquid simulation created simply by using the quick liquid effect. So in this way, whenever you want the liquid simulation to be applied on any object in the scene, then you can simply use the quick liquid from the quick effects. And with this, we now arrive to the end of this chapter. Today we learnt about the 4 simple yet time-saving quick effects that are available in Blender. And so our next chapter will be the chapter number 70, character creation, modeling the head. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel, press that notification bell so that you can get timely updates about the upcoming chapters. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.